Hey Beans, and welcome to another one of my glitch compilation videos. Of course, you can send in your glitches to julie2moments@gmail.com if you stumble across something in Animal Jam that is cool enough to be in one of my glitch videos. Number one is a funny Tiki chair. Now this Tiki chair has been having a few issues this week, not only because it flips back and forth when you change colors, but also it doesn't change colors, and then it also changes into a wooden chair, and then you can still flip it back and forth instead of actually being able to change the color. Not supposed to happen. Number two is the most expensive necklace ever. Literally, it's so, I don't even know how this thing happened, but basically, this necklace was able to be recycled for 1,503 gems. And you know what the craziest part is? The person actually recycled the necklace, and guess how many gems the person got? 1,503. So this strange glitch actually ended up getting this person 1,503 gems. So, pretty convenient stuff. Number three, the namesake of this video, the fact that the messages in a bottle are still here. Do you see it? When I go up, do you see what I'm seeing? Well, you can try it for yourself, but the messages in a bottle are still coded into Animal Jam, and when you come up from either of the underwater lands bordering Crystal Sands, you can see the faintest sign of a message in a bottle sneaking back down into the water below. This proves that they're still in Animal Jam, and also, if you walk over to the place where the messages in a bottle used to be, you actually can't walk on top of that space. You just go kind of around it, and you can't click exactly on it. Again, you can totally go check this out for yourself. It's still totally legit and works to this day. And it makes me think that maybe, just maybe, Animal Jam is going to add some more messages in a bottle in the future, which I really like because the messages in a bottle were really cool. Number four is this snow leopard glitch that has been capturing everyone's imagination this week. Oh man, people have had fun with this one. The snow leopard is a pretty normal looking animal until you put the new chicken beak or whatever it's called on it, and then it automatically turns this weird yellow and red color, and anything you place shows up under the yellow and red color. It's pretty strange stuff that goes on, and I'm not really sure what the heck causes it. I guess just pure bad coding on Animal Jam's part, but it's pretty funny. And if you have seen a few of these red and yellow snow leopards that have been running around recently, well, this is why. Number five are some very spooky beta accounts. You see, normally when you used to look up old beta accounts, they just show up as like gray usernames, and some still do, but nowadays, some of the really old beta accounts are showing up as magenta animals that flicker for a second when you go to their den and click them, and then disappear. They like won't load and won't load and won't load, but then once you go to their den and then click their username up in the top right corner, they'll flicker for a second as a magenta wolf with their items on and then disappear forever. Now, what's weird is if you look them up in the normal search tab, they still appear as like regular old gray old jammers who don't play anymore, and sometimes they even appear as normal jammers, but some of these really old jammers are just totally screwed up, and it only works if you go to their den and click the top right button. Pretty spooky. Number six is a spring headdress that was spotted by somebody. I'm sorry for the pretty low quality picture, but it's better than nothing, right? This spring headdress was sent to me by two people. It appears it's one of a kind, no idea where it came from. I don't think it was ever released, but it's just kind of wandering around Animal Jam, and it appears someone somehow got a spring colored headdress. Number seven are some mystery claws that I noticed earlier in Liza's garden. You see, Liza's garden is one of the new dens, but there seems to be a little bit of an Easter egg in it. If you look really closely on one of these rocks, every once in a while you can see scratches suddenly appear. Does this imply some sort of violent conflict that took place inside of Liza's peaceful panda Asian temple? I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just a glitch, or maybe it's just something Animal Jam was planning to add, but didn't, and then they didn't remove it fully, so it just kind of flickers every once in a while. Whatever it is, it's pretty cool, and it shows up in everyone's den and repeatedly just flickers like this. So go check it out for yourself if you don't believe me, but it's pretty weird. I want to hear your theories on it. Comment. Number eight is an Animal Jam player-held fox that showed up very teeny with non-existent ears. Ears are kind of important to foxes because, you know, they really like to like smell and hear things. So, Animal Jam, please give foxes ears. Number nine is a little trick you can use to get to an egg's pet certificate. That's right, eggs have pet certificates before they hatch. There have been all these glitches to figure out like what type of animal your egg's gonna be when it hatches, but now it turns out you can even check what your birth certificate is going to look like when the egg comes out. So basically, every surprise that ever came with the eggs is kind of ruined. So what you can do is choose an egg, and as you can see, there's no birth certificate symbol. But then you can choose another pet, and it says you cannot switch pets right now. By the way, this is done at the Play As Your Pet party, where there's this weird glitch going on where you can't switch out of the egg. And then once you do that, well, you can click on the pet again, the egg specifically, and then there's a adoption certificate. And then you can click the adoption certificate and figure out exactly what the adoption boy is going to be adopted as. And speaking of eggs in the Play As Your Pets party, well, they show up without a name. It's pretty weird. And what's even weirder to me is every once in a while, some eggs show up with names, even though they technically aren't supposed to have names. As you can see in this picture, 2 of the eggs have names, yet 2 of the other eggs don't have names, which shouldn't happen. They should either all have names or all not have names. So it's pretty strange. And this one is a little typo Animal Jam made in the Forgotten Desert. I'm going to leave it up to you guys and see if you can spot exactly what the typo is. And again, leave a comment when you find it. Number 12 are some eggs who had a rough time in this person's den. Well, you see, they had technically already hatched, but then they showed up as eggs in the inventory, and it said pet crocodile on the egg, meaning that the egg was already hatched, and you could see the pet crocodile, but he just hadn't hatched in the inventory yet. Pretty weird. Number 13 is this poor bean who got his name totally messed up, and it became numbers. And no, it's not just happening with random underwater pets, it's happening with eggs too. Oh my god, I thought eggs were going to be the one pet, or the one feature that Animal Jam added that wasn't going to be riddled with glitches, but oh my, am I wrong. As soon as Animal Jam adds new things like are in the diamond shop, they start getting glitches. God. Number 14. Oh boy, Animal Jam Play Wild has not learned their lesson yet. I assume their team is different from Animal Jam, and so they just hadn't figured this one out. But Animal Jam removed all red paint from the game because, yeah, it looks like blood. It just looks like blood. Objectively, everyone uses it for blood and nothing else. But Animal Jam Play Wild didn't get this memo and added red paint your paw prints, which, as you can see in this picture, makes pretty, well, good, nice, convincing blood, which I don't think Animal Jam wants in their game. So yeah. Number 15 is an Arctic deer. It's a weird idea, but this person turned into a deer, but was still registered as an Arctic wolf, and then they could do all of the Arctic wolf actions, but as a deer. So they ended up in all these weird, strange positions that deer aren't supposed to go in because they were like totally glitched out trying to do the Arctic wolf animations, which is pretty funny. And again, with the whole thing about Animal Jam just, you know, screwing up all the new features in the Diamond Shop, well, when you go ahead and try to get a tiara from the underwater Diamond Shop on a dolphin, in the preview screen it shows up on the dolphin's tail, yet when you equip it, it goes on the head. Oh my, no one is double checking this stuff on Animal Jam. It's kind of saddening. And on the topic of inappropriate masterpieces, okay, this has to be a glitch. The fact that bloody knives are getting through Animal Jam's filters like over and over and over. This is like the 3rd or 4th bloody knife I have seen on Animal Jam. Like, seriously, we don't need bloody knives in a children's game. And please tone this down. These should not be getting through. This one is blatant too. It's very well drawn. It's pretty clear what she's holding in her hand. I guess Animal Jam doesn't let you put hearts in your masterpiece because that's relationship-y, but you can put bloody knives. Nice. Number 18 is a glitch I found pretty funny because it looks like the entire, like, Animal Jam Play Wild treasure hunt is just exploding and falling apart, which I quite enjoy because this thing has caused me so much grief trying to get that forced bow set. Okay, not gonna get it. Number 19 is this person who sent a buddy request to a random person while they were watching the Animal Jam mini movies. So, like they hadn't buddied anyone. And then they started watching a movie, and then it said buddy request sent. They have no idea who they buddied or if they accepted or anything, but apparently he sent a buddy request to somebody. Just somebody. And finally, this one is up to you, Beans. See if you can spot the glitch, and no, it is not the language change. This person is just a good non-English bean. So, again, this one is up to you guys. Leave a comment if you find any of them, and if you answer all 3 of the questions that I asked in this video in a comment, I'll pin you, and you can get many likes and many fame and many updates and fun, beautiful things. So anyways, Beans, thank you so much for watching this cute little episode of glitches. This is probably my favorite one yet, honestly. These have been some of the coolest and most unique glitches I've ever gotten, so I can't wait to get some more of your glitches this week and see exactly what you guys find in Animal Jam, because it seems every week Animal Jam adds more things that they screw up, and it's always fun to spot them. So again, I will see you in my next video. Bye!